Today I want to show you how Joy-Con drift looks like, and it's not pretty. I have two sets of Joy-Con controllers, the ones you see on the screen and ones that are off screen, that experience Joy-Con drift, and they experienced Joy-Con drift about 2 or 3 weeks into having these after launch 3 or 4 years ago in 2017 when I first got the Nintendo Switch and these Joy-Cons. I was playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild maybe 2 or 3 weeks after launch and started experiencing Joy-Con drift. And what is Joy-Con drift is when the actions on screen continue along without your input of the analog sticks. So if this left one, if I press up, my character is going to keep on moving up because the analog stick thinks that it's still being pressed up, and that's not good. So in this video, I'm just going to jump into the Nintendo Switch settings and go to the analog stick calibration menu and show you how it looks like there. And then I'll also jump into Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate and show you how Joy-Con drift will affect you when you're actually playing a game. So here we are at the calibration menu. I'm just going to press in on the left analog stick in order to start calibrating the controller, and you're going to be able to see how it moves all by itself. So there we go. I'm not even pressing on the analog stick, and you see that it has this tendency to move upwards. So just imagine you're playing Animal Crossing, Dragon Quest XI-S, you're playing Monster Hunter, you're playing whatever game that you're controlling a character. That character will move in that direction if the movement is tied to the left analog stick, which it pretty much normally is. So if I tap up on it, flick up on it, it's just stuck upwards. So a character will keep on moving in that direction forever. There you go. And then it finally comes back down, but when it comes back down, it settles not even at the center, which is a huge problem. A very huge problem. Let's try to calibrate it and see what happens. Yes, I want to calibrate. So if I hold right and then release, you can see now it's going down. And the calibration won't let me continue because it wants me to release it, and it thinks I'm still holding it but downwards. So it's even an issue when you're trying to calibrate your control sticks. Let me try to flick it. And no, it will not get into the center. So calibration is nearly impossible, and it's even worse when you're trying to play a game. So let's hop into the Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate to show you how it actually affects gameplay. So here we are in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate as promised. I'm going to flick on the left Joy-Con analog stick until it starts making me run forever. So if I just let go of it, there we go, first try. And if nothing's in the way, you will just keep on running. So let's see if we can do that again. There we go. I'm just going to keep on running without my hand on the analog stick. And this game, even if I hit a wall, I'll still keep on running in that direction. And the only thing that stopped me was a loading screen. So let's try that again. Flicking up on the left analog stick, and there he goes. When he stops, nobody knows. Where is he going? No idea. Only the Joy-Con drift knows. And this, just imagine this when you're playing any of the games that you like playing, or if you experienced it already, you already know how this feels. But in games that really require precise movements, or, you know, just not having drift, which is all of them, it's an issue that I've tolerated and that I've dealt with in the past. And when I dealt with it at the launch of the Nintendo Switch, we sent all 4 of my Joy-Cons in, and Nintendo temporarily, I guess it was a temporary fix, because this solved the issue for about 2 years. And within the last year, I noticed that it started acting up a lot more. And I tried some home remedy solutions that only seemed to rectify the Joy-Con drifting for maybe 30 minutes, an hour at end. And so now I'm going to send them all back into Nintendo, and hopefully that this will last another 3 or 4 years, or, you know, I'm trying to be realistic. I mean, I would love for this fix to last forever after sending them in a second time. But, you know, I am going to be realist and hope for another 3 or 4 years of good use out of these without drifting. So maybe I don't even know how to play games without drifting anymore. Maybe I'm just so screwed up that I'm like, if you don't have Joy-Con drifting, I don't want to play you. I only know how to play with Joy-Con drifting. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced Joy-Con drift issues. I will want to hear all about that. Hopefully you haven't. As always, thanks for joining the party, listen to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next video. Joy-Con drifting's bogus, but you know what's not bogus? Sticking around, subscribing, and watching even more great videos on my channel. I'll appreciate it, and I'll see you there.